We're at I think St Albans at Winesman's Ferry. So you can see it, she's a bit dirty, the old girl, when I went through that bloody bog hole right from the get of the start of the ride. So she got pretty dirty. So that's the exhaust that I put on it, the muffler from Barrett. So give them a go. They're Australian company, and they're pretty good. They do come with a baffle as well. You can put the baffle goes in here. You know, I did run it with the baffle in. It was too quiet. I like a bit of noise on a bike. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just so people know you're there. You know, hopefully scare away the wildlife, that type of stuff. So I've taken the baffle back out, and it's still pretty quiet, which is good. It's not a complaint. It's still pretty good. So that's the muffler I put on. It's pretty good. I probably should have got the alloy type colour, because if you do crash it, they're going to mark up. The black's going to mark up. That's the only difference. Anyway, it's an adventure bike. When I first got this, the reservoir was leaking. Okay, so when it went in for its first service, I got them to fix that. Typical KTM, they do these sort of things, don't they? They do make good bikes, but just sometimes they do things that you scratch your head at. They were telling me at the KTM shop that they got a whole bunch of the 1290s in and they didn't have these rubber gomlets here. They were on, but they weren't connected. Same thing. They said they couldn't believe it. So KTM, they get better, but there's still little things like that they do. You scratch your head sometimes. But anyway, I raised the handlebars, as you can see here. I just made my own little mount there that I had. Saved myself $80. So I've raised that by about a good inch, a bit more, which is a little bit better. So I've done that myself. What else did I do? Like I said, I haven't got the panniers yet, so I'll have to get the panniers. I'll probably get the Barrett panniers as well. I put this little USB socket on. I've got one similar to that on my DRZ, just so I can charge the battery. I've checked all the nuts and bolts, they're all good. The only thing I know is getting loose. Oh, yeah. And there was this front, got the headlight, all this sort of stuff. You got 4 bolts that are in here that holds this. That was loose. So if you get one new, guys, or you got one now, if it's starting to move up and down a bit, check these. There's 4 bolts here. One down there, you see my finger, there and down there, and two on the other side. These 2 on this side were just about ready to fall out. They were that loose. The other ones were loose, but these ones were just about ready to fall out. So it's nice and tight now, it's not moving. And that's the front fender kit that I put on it. Okay, it seems all good at the moment. That's the guard they come with. Everything's all good, nothing's getting loose there. Just to check it and make sure it's all good. And I got the KTM bash plate put on it. They gave it to me for a really good price for that. They sell, I think they retail for about 400 and something bucks. They gave it to me for $290, and you can't get a bash plate for any manufacturer for that. So they really looked after me for that. Only other thing I found that was leaking out of this, what do they call that? It's for the pollution stuff. You can take them off. It's still leaking a little bit of oil out of here. They did put a bit of silicone. I actually took it off, put some more on it, but it's just still leaking. So I might put that under warranty and put the new rubber seal in there and get it fixed. But all in all, I think that front fender looks a lot better, doesn't it? In my opinion. I really love riding this bike. Anyway, I'm going to go do a wee-wee now. We'll catch up later.